Are you filming?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, not yet. Let's do this. Oh, wait, my bad. It's not even on camera mode or video mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo.
IJS radio. All right, y'all. That was the theme song. I missed the days when we just had music.
Oh, why can't you edit that back? Why can't you edit
that
in?
I'll bring it in, yeah. But like we don't. It's too bad we don't have any new Santorum lines to use. That was fun.
Are you telling me you want to do a line of Santorum?
No.
Off the table?
I meant good Santorum lines like the fire burning line and but we can use Joe Biden lines in the meantime. He said something pretty funny today, like that demonstrated his complete ignorance about guns when he tried to say that AR-15s are harder to use than a double-barrel shotgun. When anybody who knows anything about gun knows that an AR-15 will shoot its target, whereas a fucking double-barrel fucking shotgun will just go anywhere, you know what I mean, and go through shit. It'll go through a tree, you know what I mean. So.
Well, what I said is he understands. Man, this chair is making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
It's me sitting on it, and
he said, hold on.
He understands that it's easier to just hit anything in front of you with a giant spray than to be a pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah.
Like
shoot their leg 15. Or something. You know what I mean?
And but you're just gonna rip shit open right in front of y'all.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like one little bullet to the foot is like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But a double barrel shotgun, dude, you're dead.
But why?
You're not gonna be wounded. You're gonna be dead.
Why Biden coming out with this right now with this video with some other guy in it?
And then he says that he told his wife that if she hears noise outside, she should just go out there and just shoot off her double barrel shotgun. And it's like, wait a minute, what if it's a little kid out there in the dark and she can't see what's out there? And he just says, well, just shoot your gun and they'll know not to mess with you. And I'm like,
come on, man.
That is the most irresponsible thing that a person can say. That's the most ignorant. He wants to talk about gun. Now they don't want to talk. They don't want to call it gun control anymore. Now they're calling it gun safety. Pierre Smoke can say, I don't want to say control. I'd rather say gun safety.
It's better than global bulleting.
Yeah, and so this is what you mean by gun safety, like telling people that they should just shoot off double-barrel shotguns in the dark without knowing what they're actually hitting. You know what I mean? Without actually, it's just like, what if it's a little dog or a little kid or an old person who doesn't know, an old person who got the wrong address or some shit like that? Like we have to be responsible. Like this guy in South Africa who claims that he thought like he heard like somebody coming in through his bathroom window, and he went in there and just shot. He didn't even look at what he was shooting. He just shot through the fucking door, and it ended up being his girlfriend. That's his defense. You know what I mean? Whatever his defense seems to be very cleverly crafted to become part of the fucking gun control debate. You know what I'm saying? And it's very interesting how all these stories. You get the little girl that died, the little girl who was at Obama inauguration that died, and now there was a girl that was standing behind Obama while he was giving a speech about gun control in Chicago. This was a couple days ago, and then the same night of that speech, the little girl that was standing behind him, her sister gets killed the same night. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I understand. It's Chicago. People die all the time in Chicago.
Chirac.
Yeah. And but don't you think it's a strange coincidence that there's that, and then there's the another little girl from Chicago at the inauguration, and it just keeps going. There's all these stories now that can be exploited for the argument of gun control, and it's just it's incredible. They're just everywhere. And what are we to make of this? Are we to, is there an epidemic in violence in America, or is this very well scientifically crafted? What are we to make of this?
By the culture creators that go on a rampage with the simultaneous mind control news stories, chemical
When you see a bunch
issues.
of coincidences, you have to start fucking putting it together and putting your detective hat on. You know what I mean? You can't just be blind and say, oh, it's just a coincidence. Yeah, it's just... You know?
Well, most people are coincidence theorists, are they not?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because coincidences they happen all the time. But the truth is, everything is a conspiracy. You can't get away from conspiracies. They happen every corner of everywhere you go, every second. You know what I mean? A conspiracy is really just a plan between more than one person. You know what
It's
I mean?
a charge on the books, like in the legal system.
Things are planned usually. Things are always planned and coordinated. Accidents are not the norm. Accidents are fucking freaks of nature. They don't happen all the time.
You're telling me people coordinate their outfits to go to the club, but they don't coordinate political developments and shit.
And I'm not saying accidents don't happen. They do happen. They happen all the time. But a coincidence is even more on the realm of unlikeliness than a fucking accident. A coincidence is like when two accidents happen at the same time, like lightning striking at the same fucking place twice. That's a coincidence. And that rarely ever fucking happens.
So we got Biden there, we got Rand Paul on TV, we got bisexual 80-something Clive Davis.
Clive Davis is very high-ranking, elitist in the music industry. All kinds of mafia and Illuminati connections. And yes, he just came out of the closet.
Pushing the bi agenda.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just typical Illuminati shit. I don't see that as like huge news. I mean, there's a lot of shit that happened today. I'm trying to think of what else happened today. What else happened?
We thought we had all this material.
Yeah, we had all this material, and it just fucking like dissipated. No. See, I have to write shit down, man. I have to do what all these other.
You got a bad memory, dog. Yeah, you need a writing staff. It's all that.
Yeah. Please.
Not there's anything wrong with that, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
You do it a lot.
What the fuck happened today? I mean, I should maybe.
Rand is boring as shit. I should maybe go on the news. Get your laptop out. Yeah. Get your laptop out, son. Or we come into the end.
Yeah,
Don't
it looks
fall
like
apart on camera.
I'm trying to think of what the fuck happened today that was really, really big. Really big. Really big.
Nothing's bigger than this. IJS radio, I mean.
I'm losing it. What was it? There was something that happened.
Review the shits. You got your ʻbaɪdən. See, we're not like these other hosts. We're not sitting there with the laptop. Oh, let's see what's going on in the news.
Oh yeah.
What's in the chat room?
I did see because yesterday we were talking about Dr. Drew.
Oh man.
I did see Wolf Blitzer really kind of like not ram into him, but kind of
you saw something
do you think there's a connection between these deaths and your TV show? Like, do you think maybe your TV show is like, causing more harm than good? And Dr. Drew got really fucking like heated and just like he get really defensive, and it's like, no man, we were offering these people a chance, like we have to do something more, like the government has to put more funding into our operation, you know what I mean? It's just like we really gotta institutionalize all these people and find all these people that have these problems, before another Adam Lanza happens and all that shit,
Dr. Tequila, a shot at sober.
And Dr. Drew, he said, I think he said that somebody said that, but I think it was him that said that we should put microchips in all the fucking guns, basically.
Chip gun.
And now there's a new law that wants to basically make it okay for cops to basically be able to go into your house just if you have a gun, for no other reason.
Well, in the new high-tech guns that have computers in them and use lasers and see around the corner and all kinds of shit like this, yeah, there would be microchip in them automatically, just like cars.
And they already microchip them. Many guns already have microchips in them, and but now they want to make it the law that every gun should be microchipped, and that the police should be allowed to come in your house anytime they want if you have a gun. If you're a gun owner, then the cops have carte blanche into your house anytime they want. Like, that defeats the whole purpose of having a gun. Having a gun is about, having the luxury of people not just coming into your house anytime they want. You know what I mean? And so there we go. Now the cops
we're civilized America. America does not go into each other's houses and home invasions, or at least that's the way it used to be back in the day. In Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, just ignore the stats. You're coming from Chicago and St. Louis.
Yeah, Chirac and
all these other big cities. that
Yeah.
have been the testing grounds for gun control.
Oh, Kansas City's on fire.
Kansas City's on fire, really?
Well, a little piece of it at least, but they said it was a massive fire in Kansas City. Just saw that breaking news, 10 minutes ago. We'll see Kansas City.
Yeah,
big
any
mafia
casualties?
hub. I don't know. Ask Wolfenstein.
Kansas City's on fire.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. My
Kansas
barbecue
City's on
ribs are
fire.
burning for you.
All right, that was really dumb. Anyway, I don't know what. There was something else I was going to talk about. I really slipped my mind.
Probably something dry and political.
No, it was something pretty big and very interesting. And,
Well,
but it wasn't
you're
interesting
just
enough
saying.
for me to remember.
Oh man, that's not me farting, that's the chair. Well, I'm just spraying radio. We'll see y'all soon. How long we been on now?
I don't know, man. 10 minutes.
10 and a half
We only
minutes.
did 10 minutes, dude.
You
What
got
the
no
fuck is that?
material, man.
I know. I'm trying
See?
to. I'm trying to remember, man. But what? Do you remember anything I said?
We
We
covered
smoked
all the
before
shit.
this.
We covered it all. I'm telling you, this is what happens when you do shows.
Next
too
time
close
we
to each
don't
other.
smoke before we do the show. We smoke after we do the show.
That's what's messing with your memory now?
Yeah, because I do not remember what the fuck it was I was
We
going to talk
no,
about.
I swear we covered it all. You know what? Let me tell you guys something out there, all you people listening. This show, every hour of conversation on this show is based on 100 more hours outside the show. You see, just talking, perhaps smoking, stuff like that.
Any predictions?
Oh, yeah. The Earth gonna go around the sun. It's gonna rain. Yeah, there's. We predict every day, so
There's
we
been
don't
like
have enough time.
There's
to
been a
see the
meteor
fruits.
phenomenon.
Yeah, we said we
We covered
know
that
this.
yesterday, but there was another meteor that flew over California.
Whoa, damn! Or was it a drone meteor?
So we don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, there's definitely an apocalyptic theme. You know what I predict is gonna happen?
What's that?
Sarah Palin's gonna run for president. Watch, that bitch is hot. She's beautiful, and and she's hot, and she's like I think gonna like take on
Future
She's gonna take on Ron Paul's legacy. Watch.
She'll be more like a future Botox spokesman candidate.
She's gonna run against Rand. Watch.
Yee, maybe Rand Palin. Oh gosh, and then John Montana's wet dreams come
Then
true.
Napolitano becomes Secretary of State or some shit. I don't know.
Napolito, Brobito. Yeah, shit's gonna happen. It's like that weather prediction. Politically.
I don't know.
Continue.
I'm kind of dry on predictions right now.
Oh, you're dry. No, it's
kinda dry on
there's different.
There's something going
There's different
on.
predictions.
There's right now.
But
There's no.
There's news. There's
predictable
news
outcome.
happening right.
Yeah.
There's news right now.
There's news
happening.
right now, but I just don't remember what it was. Like we smoked and I totally forgot what I was gonna say.
This is
I
why you shouldn't
apologize.
smoke weed, people. All the pro weed people remember that it has side effects.
Yeah, weed is dangerous. Listen to
Yeah.
Dr. Drew. Weed
Yeah,
is
listen to
very
Dr.
dangerous.
Drew. Weed is a thing that memory erasure, not getting your political.
Yeah. So listen to Dr. Drew and
Calibration.
take your meds. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk
Oh,
about
Silver Linings Playbook.
Yes, that's
Tell
right.
them about it. Yeah, go for it.
Bradley Cooper and the director of Silver Linings Playbook met with Joseph Biden, the other day. I thought that was interesting because I was saying all along that Silver Linings Playbook is being used as a propaganda tool to promote the prescription drug culture.
And Biden is in the news today doing a gun statement.
So
bizarrely.
you got Dr. Drew. You got there's a new generation of because now they want to change the topic from gun control to mind control
Nut
or
control.
brain or what they want to change the debate to more like focused on mental illness as they call it.
No, they want it-
mental illness is like if you believe the government is out to take over the world and kill American citizens, you must have a mental illness. That's their definition.
No, they
of
want to
mental
practice tantric sex. Nut control. In other words, that's what they want.
So
they
you got
want mentally ill people on the database.
So the new big media guys, like it went from being Pierce Morgan to now all this focus on Dr. Drew, and then you got this country singer that just died, so even more publicity for him. And there's no such thing as bad publicity, right?
Oh,
so,
of course not.
So Dr. Drew is being made like a new He's always been the spokesperson for like big pharma. You know, I mean, this idea that rehab is really all about taking the right kind of meds.
A movie and the director meeting with the vice president
meeting
to
with
form
Joe
an
Biden.
agenda of
because that's the new thing.
So,
we're not going to talk about gun control anymore. Now we're going to focus.
First,
we're going to focus on the mental illness problem and create some kind of list. Like they want to create like a database to basically, track and provide, service and security and all that to all the people that are mentally ill, to make sure that those people don't, become Adam Lanza. You know what I mean? So this is what the plan is supposedly, and they want a complete database of all the mentally ill people. And like I said, a mentally ill person can be defined as just somebody who has far out ideas, like believes in aliens or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Somebody that used to be mentally ill. Somebody.
Somebody who believes we should have the right to have an AR-15 could be considered mentally ill. You know what I mean? So what defines that? Well, they got Joe Biden, who's going out there and telling people to go buy double-barrel shotguns and shoot them in the air, not knowing what they're gonna fucking hit.
Gun company bailout.
And you got that guy having a fucking meeting with these guys, Hollywood people, about fucking mental illness. Really? Joe Biden is the best thing you can do to talk about mental illness?
Well, you would know, right? Yeah. Not that I'm right wing.
I mean, look at the things that come out of that guy's mouth. The guy is the most completely mentally unstable person in that position.
Well, he literally has a big mouth. So
oh yeah, I mean,
shit will come out.
Yeah, he just says shit that is completely ridiculously insane.
I mean, his mouth is actually big, and his teeth.
But he's trying to tell us who's mentally insane in America. If you have a double-barrel shotgun and you like to shoot it in the air at nothing, not knowing what you're gonna hit, then you're not mentally ill. You're totally sane. But if you believe that the government wants to kill American citizens with drones, then you're insane. You know what I mean? So
well, we know the drones are out there, right, Chia, wherever you happen to be.
Yeah. So we got that, and like I said, the Silver Linings Playbook. Of course, you got Bradley Cooper.
It's right out of the playbook.
Faggot, you know what I mean? And this book is total, propaganda. It's so they're popping pills throughout the whole fucking movie. They're encouraging this guy to get on his meds.
Pills? There's a lot of pill popping in there. I missed some.
Well, you don't see them physically popping the pills. That would be too much. But they name. There's a scene where they name all the fucking names of the fucking meds that they're on, and they're just like, the meds are like the hero of the movie. They're like, you gotta get on meds. And then at the end of the movie, he's talking to his old girlfriend. He's like, I'm changed. I'm on meds now. I'm better. Look, I'm dancing and shit. You know what I mean?
When you have severe bipolar disorder and you take the antipsychotics, that can help, apparently.
Yeah.
But Bradley Cooper, coming off of Limitless, another movie where he takes a drug and becomes whatever, freak of nature, superhuman, super intelligent guy.
Yeah, and he's popping pills all over that.
Popping mad pills.
Yeah, so again.
And then now he's in this where, they
now
don't show pills, but they talk about the pills. Now they do sort of talk about them in a negative light, like they take the light out of your eyes and all this, but...
And then also The Hangover.
It's promotion still.
And The Hangover.
Promoting alcoholism too, of course.
What is that? What caused in The Hangover? What caused them to completely lose their memory and not remember what happened?
Them with
they
ecstasy,
were taking
right?
pills. Yeah, they were taking X.
Yeah.
So I mean, there you go. Bradley Cooper promoting, the big pharma, and now meeting up with Joe Biden on behalf of big pharma. And with this movie that promotes all these, they even name all the fucking drugs in the movie and how great they are. You know what I'm saying? For people who are mentally unstable. And I don't believe Bradley Cooper's character and the girl's character, they weren't mentally unstable. They were just suffered from extreme sarcasm and mood swings. That's not mentally ill.
Not something we suffer from.
You know what I mean? I don't buy this whole thing.
Sarcasm.
He suffered from Asperger.
No,
something
they said
like that.
He's bipolar.
Okay.
They say he's bipolar.
Okay, you can treat these issues with, you know what you can treat these issues with? some fucking weed. You know what I mean? You can't treat these issues with these drugs that just make you hooked. And then when you're not on it, you're suicidal and you want to kill people. You know what I mean? You cannot fucking treat mentally ill people with Asperger or whatever the fuck, you know, with these drugs that make people want to murder people. It makes no. Does that make any fucking sense at all? Or like, you know, you can't give like people that have PTSD and shit like all this fucking Prozac and shit that makes them even more suicidal and homicidal. And that's what happens every time.
Hey, but this shit ain't funny, man.
It's not funny at all.
Thought you're all about the comedy. Yeah.
But it's not funny. You got like soldiers coming home and murdering their entire fucking families and killing themselves.
But yet Soldier Boy gets all the glory.
And what are all these soldiers on? I've seen veterans come home that were in combat and didn't have PTSD because they decided not to come home and get on all these drugs that the military was telling them they had to take. You know what I mean? So they came home and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna get away from all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's hard because getting off a drug can make you very suicidal. It can make you homicidal and all that. So a lot of these people just stay on the drug until one day they just snap. You know what I mean?
I got you. All right. So 2-minute warning. What do you have to say out there to humanity? What message do you want people to take?
Humanity, you're fucked. And
that's not the
good luck.
Il positivo type shit.
If you're lucky, we'll have maybe Judge Napolitano run for president.
Oh well, that will be the thing on a metaphysical level.
Yeah,
that will unfuck.
But other than that, we're probably fucked. There's a gang of meteors like falling down. There's a lot of crazy natural activity. There's a lot. The Chinese are apparently hacking into everything.
People smoking e-cigs.
There's a devil's breath in the water. There's now there's an FBI, a former FBI chief that came out and said that we have to stop the chemtrails. Like chemtrails are like basically like a fucking war crime, like by the United Nations. And
Whoa, damn.
Yeah.
Chemtrail stoppage, perfect fodder for next show. All right.
Yeah. So we have there's people out there now coming out.
Radios.
User.
Okay.
Blast off.